lob it to Ryan Perez in the paint off a couple of screens.
Esquivel to Garcia. Off the deflection. Los Fresnos comes back and wins. Now Santa Maria will put up a three. Bang! Santa Maria!
There's Warner. Here comes a headed jam. Counted for two.
Field. Adios! And the Falcons win on a walk-off.
And it's saved! What a game.
Smack to the left. That is gone.
Lob for Perez. That's my play. Off the backboard. Count it. And a win. And a win. Ryan Perez wins the game for the Santa Rosa Warriors, and they go nuts. And why not?
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Real Sports Live. I'm Mark Molina, and we are coming to you from Cabinets Field, where we're going to have Corpus Christi Carroll hosting Victoria West, for seeding purposes. Both teams ending the season tied atop the District 29 5A standings and have split the district crown. And here they go, going head-to-head to determine who's going to be the top seed and who's going to go into the playoffs and the number 2 seed here. So I want to welcome everybody for joining us here today. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with the first pitch. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down.
Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles, how about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you, Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Real Sports Live. First pitch coming up, leading off here for Victoria West, is going to be Sydney Harvey. His first pitch comes in against Vanessa Quiroga in the circle for Corpus Christi Carroll here today as this first pitch comes in. Called ball number 1. Here's the second pitch coming in. This one high and inside for ball number 2. So the count 2-0, 2 balls, no strikes here for the leadoff batter, Sydney Harvey. Both these teams getting wins this past weekend. Victoria West defeating Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial, bumping them out of the postseason after a Ray victory over Gregory Portland, earning the Lady Texans a 4th seed in the district. And Carroll defeating Corpus Christi King handily on Saturday morning to clinch their spot atop the district. And here we are, both teams here in a battle for 1 and 2, as we're going to have a foul ball called here. As this one falling just foul there. Look at this replay. And Harvey got all of that one, and the ball you're going to see just on the white chalk there. indicating it being foul, so it's going to be so they're going to bring Harvey back into the batter's box. A little bit of confusion there. So the count going to go 2-2, 2 balls, 2 strikes here for Sydney Harvey. The leadoff batter here for Victoria West after that foul ball to deep right. So 2-2 pitch coming up here for Quiroga. Here's the delivery, and Harvey hits it back the other way, and this one is going to be a fly out to left field for the first out of the game.
Designated hitter number 7, Lily Chavez.
So that's the first out, and coming up is going to be the designated hitter, Lily Chavez. For Victoria West. So 1 down, nobody on here in the top of the first inning. Here's this pitch high outside for ball number 1. So the 4 playoff teams are already decided in this district. Carroll, Victoria West, Flower Bluff, and Ray with their victory over Gregory Portland on Saturday afternoon will be the 4 playoff participant from this district. And just trying to get the seating down here at the top. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out here. 1's across the board on the top of the first inning. So here's the delivery from Quiroga. Chavez puts this one in play. Third baseman has it and makes the throw for the 5-3 put out. 4 out, number 2. And coming up is going to be number 16, Christine Winsky. With 2 out, nobody on here. And the top of the first inning. And here's the delivery. This one comes in low. Ball number 1. So the count 1-0. Here's the delivery from Quiroga. This one a little high, swing and a miss for strike number 1 here by Winsky. So the count even at 1. Here's the delivery from Quiroga. This one high outside. Comes in for ball number 2. A very, very, very talented district, as you can see all season long. Very battle-hardened district. Corpus Christi Veterans, a really, really talented team on the outside of this playoff picture this season, and that's saying something if you look at the type of teams that are here in 29-5A. You know, a lot of good, talented softballers on the outside of this postseason. With the count 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. And the top of the first inning, Christine Winsky with a 2-2 count here. And here's the delivery from Quiroga, and Winsky's gonna put this one up, and it's gonna fall for a base hit here with 2 outs to put a runner on. And here comes number 20, Kat Zarate. So little single here in the infield, putting a runner on for Victoria West here with 2 outs. So 2 outs and a runner on. And this first pitch comes in high outside for strike number 1 on that corner. Anzarate over to the third baseman, who's going to make the throw for the 5-3 putout and out number 3. So no runs on 1 hit, there was no errors, and there was 1 left on base. And the top of the first inning for Victoria West. So going to the bottom of the first, keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Lady Tigers due up when we return.
Hi, I'm Rodriguez and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the first inning, and due up here to lead things off for the Carroll Tigers is going to be number 2, Lindsay Leal. That pitch coming in for strike number 1. Actually, that's going to be called ball number 1, so 1 ball, no strikes. And Leal right to the pitcher, and here's the throw made for out number 1. So 1 down, and coming to the plate next is going to be Ayla Mata. This pitch coming in outside for ball number 1, so the count moves to 1-0. And Mata hits this one right over to the glove of Zarate, who's going to overthrow the first baseman before the error, and then here comes Mata running in. So Mata going to reach on the error. So runner on second now, 1 out, and coming up is going to be the pitcher, Vanessa Quiroga. So 1 down, 1 on. And this pitch coming in outside, called ball 1. This pitch low outside. Comes in for ball number 2. Two balls, no strikes here. And this one comes in, strike number 1. So count moves 2-1. And Quiroga is going to put this one into the left field gap for a base hit, and that's going to be an RBI single for her to bring in the first runner as in comes Mata. And Carroll leads 1-0. And let's go to our instant replay there. As Quiroga puts it down nicely here in the left field. Just gets a nice piece of it. Goes, falls there. And Mata coming around those bases. Nice slide into home here for the score. So runner at second now. So runner on 1 out and a 1-0 lead here. Rayon Avalos comes in. And that first pitch, a nice one there for strike number 1. And this pitch comes in low, gets away from the catcher. And the runner over to third base. So the count even at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's a pitch coming in low inside for ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And this one going to be smacked out of play. Even up the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out and a runner at third. And good start here for Carroll in the bottom of the first inning. Here's a 2-2 pitch on the way. And Avalos gets all of that one, but she's going to pop it up high and over to left field. Runner's going to tag up, and she's going to take off, and it's going to be a sac fly for another run. So 2 down, but the runner comes in, and nobody on. And Mendez is going to pop this one up to center field, and she's going to fly out to center. For the third out. So 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and there was 1 left on base here at the end of the bottom of the first. We're through 1. We'll be back. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back right after this.
One army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the second inning, Malia Huerta to start things off here. She's going to send this one foul. This game is for first and second seed. Co-district title has been decided, but this for seeding purposes. Winner would be the first. The loser will head into the playoffs as the second seed. And it's a 1-2 pitch count here for Malaya Huerta. And the top of the second. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Quiroga, and swing and a miss for Huerta for out number 1.
Second baseman number 12, Daisy Fuentes.
And here comes Daisy Fuentes. Coming to the plate, 1 out. And nobody on here. First strikeout of the day here for Quiroga. Still a lot to be decided in some of these softball districts here. And soon enough we'll know what our coverage will look like. As always, sponsorships and fees are required for playoff broadcasts, as they do not come free as for us to put it on, as we must pay for rights. So if you're looking to sponsor a game, please contact us and let us know, as this pitch comes in down the middle for strike number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Count even at 1 for Daisy Fuentes. And here's the pitch from Quiroga, and Fuentes gets a piece of it and fouls it off up that first base line for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. One ball, 2 strikes here for Fuentes. Top of the second inning here. This is 29-5, a seeding game. First and second place on the line. So here's the 1-2 pitch from Quiroga. And Fuentes gets a piece of it once again and fouls it off into the net for ball number 2. Actually, no, that's, excuse me. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count's going to stay at 1-2. And Fuentes fouls it off the other way. It's going to stay at 1-2 count over to the top of the home dugout. So Fuentes back into the batter's box. Another 1-2 pitch on the way here for Quiroga. Here's the delivery. And Fuentes gets this one, and she's going to fly out to right field for second out of the inning.
Left fielder number 11, Marissa Rosales.
2 down, and here comes number 11, Marissa Rosales. So, 2 down, nobody on here. Here's the delivery for Quiroga. This one called strike number 1. Count 1-0. 0-1. And this pitch a little outside. Called ball 1. Even the count up at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 out here in the top of the second inning. And this pitch comes in down the middle, a little bit low. Called ball, strike number 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Rosales behind in the count. And 1-2 pitch on the way for Quiroga. This one high outside. Called ball number 2. Deuces wild here on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on here. And Carroll with a 2-0 lead here. Here's a 2-2 pitch from Quiroga. And this one going to be called strike 3 as Rosales goes down looking. So 3 up, 3 down here. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base for the Lady Warriors in the top of the second inning. So Carroll back up to bat here in the bottom of the inning. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Leading off here for Carroll, the designated player, number 7, Jasmine Trevino. To lead things off here for Carroll, they managed 2 runs on a hit in the Bottom of the first. This first pitch from Malaya Huerta comes in for strike number 1. Of course, winner here will take on the 4th place team out of District 30, as this is a bouncer that goes right past the glove of the first baseman. For base hit for Jasmine Trevino, so 1 on here. And nobody out. And here comes Allison Garcia. So a runner on here. A bounce at the very, very last moment there to get past the glove of that first baseman. So the leadoff single by Trevino. Playing a runner on, and here's Allison Garcia to the plate. This pitch a little outside low for ball number 1. And the bi-district playoffs getting started as soon as Thursday, as this play is going to be a force out at second, and Garcia is going to be safe on first. So it's going to put a runner on, 1 out here. So the 1 on, 1 out here coming to the plate. It's going to be Bree Herrera. So Herrera puts this one into play, and that one gets past the glove of Zarate. And that's going to be an error at 6. And it's going to put runners at first and second. And first to throw in the last inning, and another error there at shortstop for Victoria West. So that one goes in the books as an error. A couple errors here, 1 in each inning for Victoria West, as Haley Duran comes in, and that's going to be a base hit. And a runner's going to come around to third, and it's going to load the bases here. So bases juiced. And we're back to the top of the lineup here, and Lindsay Leal up to the plate. 0 for 1 on the day is Leal. Grounded out to the pitcher the last time she was up. So 2 base hits and an error at shortstop, leading to the bases loaded here with 1 out. And here comes Lindsay Leal as Carroll turns it around to the top of the lineup. And this pitch outside, way outside, going to be called strike number 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And Leal right between the short at stop and third base is going to be an RBI single. And that's going to make it 3-0 here with the bases loaded. And here comes Ayla Mata. And this pitch comes in for strike number 1. Three runs brought in on 4 hits, and Carroll aided by a pair of Victoria West errors in the process. And here's the 0-1 pitch. And Mata is going to put this one in to left center field for a 2 RBI single. Or an RBI single, excuse me. So here comes Quiroga. 3 hits in a row given up by Victoria West here. And this pitch outside for ball 1. Four runs, 5 hits, and 2 Victoria West errors. And this pitch comes in for ball number 2. So the count now 2-0 for Quiroga, getting ahead of the count here with the bases loaded. Big opportunity for her. Count 2-0. This one comes in way outside once again for ball number 3. So 3 balls, no strikes here for the pitcher Vanessa Quiroga with bases loaded. And Quiroga 1 for 1 with an RBI here so far. And here's the pitch, and this one comes in outside, called strike number 1. In that outside corner. Count improves to 3 balls, 1 strike. Count 3-1, and Quiroga blasts this one into right field. 1 run comes in, 2, and it's going to be a 2 RBI double for Quiroga. And it's a 6-0 lead. And let's check out the instant replay here. Quiroga just sends this one lasering into right field. Just smacks it. And in come a couple of runners here. 2 more runs score. Runners planted at second and third. Still 1 out here. And with just 1 out now, and it's now a 6-0 lead here for Corpus Christi Carroll. While the West Warriors talk about it, we'll take a quick break. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Angela Rodriguez, and I am one of the owners here at Main Street Boutique and Bistro. We heard about the rent subsidy grant, so we contacted Rebecca Castillo with the EDC, and she was very helpful. She told us, what we needed to do, the requirements, and helped us go through the application process.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Runners at second and third, 1 out here, and up to the plate is going to be Rayanne Avalos. 4 runs coming in for Carroll here in this inning on 5 hits. And Avalos gets a piece of that one and sends it up third base before it goes foul. Avalos with 0 for 1. Sac fly RBI last time she was up, so 0 for 1 with an RBI for Avalos. And here's 0-1. And change up there. Comes in, called ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Count even at 1. And this one comes in. called strike number 2. And Avalos pops this one back deep, 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 and it's gone for a 3-run shot. And it's 9-0. And that one's sailing over a left center field wall. And here comes Caitlin Mendez, and that was runs number 5, 6, and 7. Coming in here for Carroll, and the Carroll Tigers just red hot right now. 5 hits in a row and 6 hits in the last 8 batters. This is the 9th batter of this inning. So the count 2-0, and this one's towing the third base line before going foul there at the last second. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here. 6 hits and 7 runs in for Corpus Christi Carroll this bottom of the second inning. Big, big inning here for the Tigers. And that pitch in for ball number 3. So the count moves to 3-1. And this pitch inside for ball 4. It's going to be a walk for Mendez. And the runner's going to get on here. And it's still 1 down. And here comes Jasmine Trevino, who led the inning off. So Trevino 1 for 1 with the single here. Has a runner on with 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. And gets a piece of that one. Fouls it off. Where's strike number 1? And Trevino smacks this one deep, 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 and it's gone. A 2-run jack over left field. And 2 more runs come in. And those were runs 8 and 9 here. And Corpus Christi Carroll just blistering in, and that's going to lead to a pitching change as this one just sails over that left field wall. And that's going to do it for Malaya Huerta, who's going to end her day, allowing 11 runs on 8 hits. And she's allowed 7 of those hits here, including a couple of home runs. So that's going to lead to Alexis James warming up here for Victoria West. So while she warms up, we'll take a break here, and it's Corpus Christi Carroll up big, 11-0 over Victoria West. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
A sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After a 2-run homer by Jasmine Trevino, who's now 2 for 2 with 2 RBI. Alexis James coming. Can you guys duck in front of that? So Allison Garcia up to the plate. That first pitch from James. Called ball number 1. Two pitches, 2 balls here by James. And what has been just a rough bottom of the second for the Victoria West defense. Well, specifically their pitching. As this pitch comes in for strike number 1. And swing and a miss for strike number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here for Garcia. Count even here at 2. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and swing and a miss, and down goes Garcia for the second out of the inning.
First baseman number 13, Brianna Herrera.
And here comes Bri Herrera. Herrera reached on an error earlier this inning. This is going to be her second appearance. His first pitch into Herrera for ball number 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And this pitch down the middle for strike number 1. Count even at 1 now. 2 down, nobody on. And the 1-1 pitch coming in outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike for Bri Herrera. And this one low inside for ball number 3. So the count moves to 3-1 for Corpus Christi Carroll. Bri Herrera. And Alexis James trying to get out of this inning in which Carroll has brought in 9 runs on 7 hits. And this is going to be a walk here for Herrera. They put a runner on first. And here comes Duran. And Duran 1 for 1 with the single earlier. They kind of got this going since Duran last came up. There have been 5 hits, 2 walks. All sprinkled in the last 8 batters, including 2 home runs as this first pitch comes in high outside for ball number 1. And this one going to be called strike. Swing there a little high. Even the count at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike for Haley Duran. And Duran's going to foul this one off. And the count going to move to 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And this, a 29-5A seeding game. Winner is going to take the first seed. Loser going to take the second. I believe the district title has been decided upon as a co-district title this season. And while this is for seeding, you got to think it's going to be a little bit of a momentum boost for, it looks like Carroll here at this point, as this ball gets past the catcher. And the runner going to mosey on over to second base. And the count going to move to 2 and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. So 2s across the board, 2 out, 1 on here on second. I count 2 and 2 for Duran. And 2-2 pitch on the way for Alexis James. Here's the delivery, and Duran's going to smack this one in towards the wall. And it falls, and it's going to be a double for Duran, an RBI, as Herrera comes in. An RBI double. So now it is Lindsay Leal, and we're back to the top of the lineup for the second time this inning. And Leal, 1 for 2 with an RBI. Gets a piece of this one. That was the 10th run that came in on the 8th hit. And this one up the middle, out of the range of the shortstop's glove. It's going to be an RBI single here. It's at 13. Nothing, and here comes Ayla Mata. Mata, 1 for 1 with an RBI, also reached on an error in her 2 appearances. So runner now at first for Mata. And Mata gets a piece of that one, fouls it off for strike number 1. And that was the 11th run coming in here in this inning. Count 0-1 here for A. La Mata. And this pitch on the outside, there's a throw over to first, not in time. And Mata fouling this one off past the home dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And I want to remind everybody that we also have some baseball. Port Lavaca Calhoun taking on the Hosea and Miller Bucks at Cabinets Field. Frankie Cardenas on the call there. And we also have some seeding games in District 32 4A down in the Valley. So a lot of good action on the diamond going on here in the Coastal Bend. And here's a slide in to second for Leal. And Leal picks up the stolen base there, so 2s across the board. And a runner at second. And this pitch comes in outside for ball number 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count now. Full count here. 3-2 pitch on the way for James. And Mata reaches for it. And she's going to foul it off. Count going to stay full at 3-2. Eleven runs in the bottom of the 2nd inning. And this pitch outside going to be a walk. And that's going to put runners at the corner. And here comes Quiroga with runners at first and third. 2 outs. Quiroga 2 for 2 with 3 RBI. And she's looking for more here. She's got a runner in scoring position. So small, quick meeting in the circle as Vanessa Quiroga comes to the plate. So Quiroga led off with an RBI single and then picked up a 2 RBI double. So Quiroga sees this one and smacks it over to second, and there's the routine out, the force for the 3rd out of the inning.
Your complete care is our priority at South.
So big inning here, 11 runs on 9 hits, 1 error and 2 left on base for Corpus Christi Carroll in the bottom of the 2nd inning. We're through 2. Carroll leads 13-0 over Victoria West. We'll be back. This is Real Sports Live. Keep it here.
One army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history. There are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you, Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the third inning. So here comes Josie Balderas. So Balderas going to hit this one over to the third baseman. Here's the throw, 5-3 put out to get things going here for out number 1. And 1 down here. And here comes Zariah Brigham. With the 1 down, nobody out here. And this pitch down the middle for strike number 1. 0-1 the count here for Brigham. And this pitch in low. Called ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here for Zariah Brigham. And 1 out here in the top of the third inning, and a real uphill climb for Victoria West. And they need to get busy here and start hammering in runs if they're going to have any chance about thinking about getting back into this one. And Brigham is going to pop this one up to center field for fly out of the second out of the inning. 2 down. And back to the top of the lineup, and here comes Sydney Harvey. Harvey 0 for 1 with a fly out in the top of the first inning, the leadoff batter. So Harvey is going to try to put a little jolt in Victoria West with a double as she slides into second. So a little bit of life here for Victoria West. Here comes Chavez, the designated player. Chavez 0 for 1, 5-3 ground out the last time she was at the plate. And that double by Harvey was the second hit of the game for Victoria West. This pitch a little outside and high there for ball number 1. So the count 1-0. This one high outside once again for ball number 2. 2 balls, no strikes here. And this one, same spot for strike number 1. This time hitting that high outside corner. So the count moves 2 balls, 1 strike. And what a catch. to end the inning. Nice play there. So no runs on one hit. There was no errors, and there was one left on base, and just a nice diving catch there to get that last out. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We're headed to the bottom of the third inning. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
Vegas, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for a fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the third inning. Rayan Avalos is going to lead things off here for Carroll. And Avalos right past the shortstop's glove. And it's been a rough day out there for short. A couple of times the ball has come out there. Just a really unorthodox. But just good placement of the ball there for Carroll. Just able to sneak it in there between short and third. That's going to put a runner on here and a leadoff single. So Avalos hits a 3-run homer, and here's Mendez, who had a walk in the last inning. And this pitch comes in for strike number one. And this pitch comes in down, low. For ball number one. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, and this one going to be sent to deep right. It's going to be a foul ball called for Mendez. Mendez 0 for 1 with a walk. Trying to get in on the fun. And has been 11 hits and 13 runs brought in. 2 errors have aided. And this one fouled off the other way. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way from James. And this one, right past the glove of the first baseman, is going to be a single, and runners on first and second now. So back-to-back singles to start this inning. And Carroll picking up right where it left off, and coming up now is going to be Trevino. Trevino 2 for 2 with a home run, a 2-run homer over the left field wall the last time she was at the plate. And now she's got runners at first and second. Nobody out here. And if she goes yard again, it's all over here, folks. But that's why we play the game. Here's the pitch, and this one right over to short. And that's going to be a force out here at third. So 1 down, 2 on. Here comes Garcia. And this pitch low inside for ball 1. And this one comes in down the middle of that strike zone for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here for Garcia. His pitch outside. Called ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now for Allison Garcia. And Garcia gonna smack this one. Send it right up past the third base. Gonna be 2-2 the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a 2-2 pitch on the way from James, and this one right past the shortstop once again. It's going to be an RBI single. So runners now at first and second, and the score 14-0. Here comes Bree Herrera, and that's been a good spot there. A few balls been getting hit in that direction between short and third, and that little gap. It's about 20 feet there. First pitch comes in, called ball. So the count 1-0 here for Herrera. 1 out here in the bottom of the third, and Herrera right over to the third baseman, and that's gonna do it if the run scores, and it does. And that's 15, and that's the end of the game. And a walk-off RBI single, and that one just bouncing and getting right past. And just a nice play there, getting hit off the glove. And it hit the glove, so that's going to be an error. So that's going to do it, folks. 15-0 here. in 3 innings, and Carroll dispatches Victoria West in run rule fashion. Just they come in here and they rack up several big hits.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do ask that you please exit the stadium as quickly as possible.
14 hits, 15 runs, and a trio of errors that aided Corpus Christi Carroll here. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Carroll notches the first seed in district. Victoria West, the second seed. Flower Bluff, 3. And Corpus Christi Ray, 4. And that's District 29 5A. And those are the playoff participants here. Just big, big day here for these Carroll Tigers. It's going to be Rayan Avalos, our player of the game. 3-run homer, 2 for 3. And it's would have been 3 for 3, but she hit a sac fly for an RBI. So Avalos, a really productive day, as were several of the Carroll Tigers. Also highlighted by a home run from Jasmine Trevino. And Jasmine Trevino had a good day herself, but player of the game is going to be Rayan Avalos, number 20. So keep a lookout for that, and keep a lookout for the baseball game that's going on across the way. It's going to Port Lavaca Calhoun taking on the Miller Bucks. So thank you guys for watching. That's going to do it here. Carroll defeats Victoria West 15-0 as they notch the top seed in District 29